to the second episode of the Stump podcast. I am Ishwar and joining me is my friend Cherry. The topic up for discussion today is the recently amped up criticism regarding spin friendly pitches. In this episode, we attempt to explain to you why this criticism is biased and unfair to a very integral factor of Test match cricket, which is spin bowling. Cricket seems pretty straightforward to an outsider. A guy throwing a ball and a guy at the other end tries to whack that ball to score runs. But in this rather straightforward sport, there are many complexities of the game like swing, pace, bounce, and spin. Without all this variety of things, cricket becomes a dull dud. Now, a batsman who can play and maneuver all these complexities will be rated a world class player, for example, Sachin Tendulkar, Jack Callis, Steve Smith, etc. Now, in the recently concluded India versus England Test series, we have seen many English critics openly criticizing with the words poor, awful, that the pitches are too spin friendly. Mark Waugh and Michael Vaughan slammed Chennai pitch in the second test on day 2 when England collapsed for 134 runs, but Ashwin and Kohli showed with the bat on day 3 that the pitch isn't as unplayable as it is being perceived. A day later, Michael Vaughan had no choice but to take back his words, stating that India has the best suited players for these conditions. Even in the third test, when most of the batsmen on both sides got out to straight balls, there was still so much fuss going on about the pitch that it was too spin friendly. When in reality, what happened was that it was the batsmen who were getting out to straight balls. The ball was just too skiddy because of the extra patch of leather that was there on that pink ball. So, Cherry, I want your take on this. Is it fair for home sides to make pitches that suit them?
Yes, unquestionably it is fair. The home team players are used to their own conditions because since childhood they played on the same soil, so they
Yeah,
know how the ball behaves better than the away team. This advantage should be there for home team, right?
yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yes. Now, if for away side the pitch is similar as that of home conditions, then there is no point of testing themselves as the best in the business.
Yeah, definitely.
The point of playing in away conditions is because the conditions will be different and more challenging. They
Mm,
should cross these hurdles to show the world how dominant and strong side they are to beat.
yeah,
This also tests how skillful the individual is as a batsman or as a bowler so that they can improve and entitle themselves as a world class player.
yeah, surely. Why don't people speak up against home friendly pitches made in South Africa or New Zealand where the ball keeps swinging from day one? Why don't people talk about them?
See, around 80% of the people across the world who watch cricket feel that playing fast bowling is more skillful than spin.
Yeah,
This stamp in their heads will never raise a thought or question while a team got out for low scores when the pitch is favorable to swing and seam
yes,
throughout the test.
yes, yes.
Contrastly, when it comes to spin, that is, if the pitches are suitable to spin, then everyone will raise a question about the pitches immediately
Yeah,
because subconsciously this stamp that is there that the spin playing in swing conditions is more respectable or more skillful than playing spin in their minds will bring out this question. I have a small query, just a small one. Everyone should question themselves that if you respect the batsman or bowler who plays well in swing or seam conditions more compared to the batsman or bowler who plays well in spin conditions, then you should rethink and give equal importance to both of them.
yeah, definitely. I agree with that. We can take the example of, suppose, Andrew Strauss. Andrew Strauss
Yeah.
is a guy who plays exceptionally well in swing and seam conditions. He's also a good player of spin bowling, but not the best. Then we can take the example of Cheteshwar Pujara.
Yeah.
Pujara is an exceptional batsman in India and Australian conditions where the pitches are dry and the ball supports spin a lot more than, say, England or South Africa.
Yes.
Pujara is not a bad batsman in England or South Africa, but he's not as good. Similarly, Andrew Strauss is not as good in India or Australia. But
Yes.
yeah, we have to rate both those batsmen very highly because they, in their respective conditions or in their respective zones, they are very, very good players and very world class players.
Yeah. Not only in their respective roles,
Yeah,
but they are more dependable to the respective teams.
yeah,
They
definitely.
contribute more.
They contribute a lot.
See, if you take Pujara, he doesn't score runs much, but
Yeah,
the players around him will
yeah,
play comfortably when he is on the crease.
yeah. He'll block out the other end.
If you take in swing conditions also,
Mm.
he may not score much
Yeah, he may not score
because he
hundreds
is.
like Virat Kohli or Steve Smith, but he holds that end. He holds that role.
Yes, that is a good point. Yeah, coming back to the question you have asked, if the team thinks that they should be the best, then they should play in any given pitch. That is, they should adapt to any conditions and play their skin out to win the game.
Yeah,
They should
definitely.
never they should never complain on any pitches at any point unless if the pitch is too dangerous, like
Mm.
there is uneven bounce from good and full length.
Yeah, it is impossible to bat in those scenarios. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Then only they should rate that pitch or degrade that pitch. If the ball is more spinning or swinging, then as a team you should build the resources in every department, in
Yes,
both batting and bowling, to prove you are the best in any conditions.
to become a world class side.
We have seen that Australia and South Africa never complains on the pitches because they think they are the best team and try to beat opponent in their home conditions at any cost.
Yeah,
I will just give an example of De Villiers and Amla. In 10 tour, in the fourth test in South Africa second innings,
yeah,
although we all know that how fifth day pitch in India will behave.
yeah. It is almost impossible to bat even 50 overs on that day.
Yes. Now, what De Villiers and Amla did was they believed in themselves and played a magical partnership,
Yeah.
facing the likes of Jeddu and Ash on fifth day, which is unbelievable. De Villiers has scored 43 of 297 balls, and
Mm.
Amla has scored 25 of 244 balls.
Yeah, that is just ridiculous.
Yeah. How a batsman on fifth day pitch in India will bat for 297 balls and 244 balls?
Yeah.
See, this is the mindset that needs for a batsman or a bowler instead of degrading the pitch or questioning the pitch.
Mm. The job of a batsman is to score runs, doesn't matter what the conditions are, and the job of a bowler is to pick wickets, doesn't matter what the conditions are. That is
Yeah,
their job, and they should try to do that job without complaining. That's it.
yeah. Recently, Sanjay Manjrekar tweeted that we cannot keep Ashwin
Yeah, yeah,
as an all-time
I saw
great
that. I saw that.
because of that one silly point that he has not taken
F5 wicket.
fifers in Sena countries.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think about it?
Mhm. Yeah. As I had earlier stated, spin is, was, and always will be a very integral part of the game. This belittling perception towards spin bowlers has become so prevalent in recent years, where spinners like Herat and Ashwin don't get as much recognition as they deserve. But at the same time, you see bowlers like Saudi, Bolt, and Broad being praised so much. Now, I'm not saying that Bolt or Broad should not be getting any appreciation. They deserve all the appreciation that they are getting. But the same courtesy must be extended to the likes of Ashwin and Herat. That is my point.
Yeah. If you see the stats of Anderson,
Mm.
he is exceptional bowler.
Yeah,
He has taken
606 test wickets.
16 wickets.
Yeah.
Now, if we see in Asia conditions
Mm.
where it is not that favorable to swing and seam,
Yeah, obviously.
out of 26 matches, he
Mm.
has taken 74 wickets,
Yeah.
which is not exceptional according to his standard,
Which is not exceptional, but which is not so poor either.
which is not exceptional, but
Mhm.
it is pretty good.
Yeah.
That
Yes,
stats.
definitely. Definitely.
Now, similarly, Broad also. Broad has pretty average stats in Asian conditions.
Yeah.
Out of his 518 wickets, he has taken only 44 wickets in Asia conditions. But we should respect them because they have won many matches for England
Yeah.
outside the Asia, not only in
Yeah.
England.
Yeah. Not
Outside
only.
of the Asia also, they have won many matches.
Mm.
If you take Anderson, he has changed many matches in India also
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
taking wickets of the great players.
Yeah. He did that in
But when
2012 tour, and he did that recently in Chepauk first test as well.
Yes, but when it comes to Ashwin and Herat, now we can take the stats of Ashwin. Out of his
Yeah.
409 wickets
Yeah.
in Sena countries, he has taken 63 wickets in just 20 matches,
Yeah,
which is not that favorable to spin. This is also means these stats are also not as high standard that Ashwin has raised his bars in the international cricket.
yeah. Especially in Asian conditions, his standard is like too high.
Now, if you rate Anderson and Broad as more skillful and if you give more respect to them and keep
Yeah,
in the all-time great, then
yeah,
why don't you keep Ashwin and Rangana Herath, who is equally more skillful?
yeah. Definitely, definitely, they are equally skillful.
So we should keep all these players and rate them as world-class players.
Yeah, surely. So, all the discussed points so far prove one thing. Any type of criticism towards spin or turning pitches is a very biased perception. The batsmen who never complain about the conditions, be it swing or spin, are the ones who will eventually make their mark in cricket's history. If the batsmen start learning to adapt to all type of conditions, it leads to the batsman's progress, better competitiveness, and ultimately better cricket. Thanks for your time, Cherry.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Cheers, mate.
Please like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to comment your views and opinions beneath this video. Thank you.